Hey everybody, Kim Moberg here, coming to you live from the Green Room, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And this afternoon, my guest is Zoë Wren, all the way from Switzerland. How you doing, Zoe?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you, Kim?
Good. I'm so glad you said yes to the invitation to come and play. Your music is absolutely gorgeous. And we met at the Cambridge Folk songwriter, what was that, a spotlight? Songwriters Showcase, right?
Yeah.
Virtually in the UK. So, through the magic of the internet, we both got to play in the UK and are able to stream together today. So it's really just such an exciting thing that we can do this. And the time difference, I got to tell you, you're a trooper for coming to do this at your time, which is?
It's 10 o'clock here in the evening, but that's all right. I'm a night owl anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for inviting me, Kim. I'm really looking forward to it. And I was so struck by your songs when we did that virtual gig together. I thought they were absolutely beautiful. So looking forward to this and hearing some more.
Right back at you. So we're gonna start it off right away. And if you wanna start off with a tune?
Yeah,
you
sure.
feel like going first? So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're gonna sing?
Sure. So I'll start off with a song, one of my newest songs. It's called Cecilia, and I wrote it about my great-grandmother from Slovenia, which is where all my mum's side of the family is from. And it's just a song about her life. She led quite an interesting life. She had a lot of things that she wanted to do, and her ultimate goal was to become a nun. But she didn't actually manage, through a series of kind of, I guess, unfortunate events, she didn't end up on that path. But I sort of wrote this as a tribute to her because it sort of worked out quite well for me that she didn't become a nun, because otherwise I wouldn't really be here.
You wouldn't be here. Oh, I can't wait to hear it. Thank you, Zoe.
So yeah, this is called Cecilia. Cecilia walks through the cloisters alone. Well, she's packed up her bag and they're sending her home. It seems God can't even save her now. But Cecilia knew she was stronger than that, so she fought for her life till once more she was ready to go. But heaven above only is it fate, oh Cecilia? So much love in your heart. When news of her death came and knocked on the door, the poor wife of a fire removed brother-in-law. They all cried, oh pity those marvelous babes. So Cecilia sent off to a man she's not known to care for his children like they were her own. And her dreams fade into the dark sky. For nothing's as frail as the plans that we make. Is it life? Is it God? Is it chance? Is it fate? Oh Cecilia, so much love in your heart. As the years slipped away, she lost her own longing for yesterday. There one morning she brought a baby girl to the world. When her daughter was lost, how Cecilia cried. She thought never again would her eyes become dry, till one night she appeared before her in her dream. Daughter, why is your night Oh, mother, I'm soaked in the tears that you shed, but it's time. Don't need to cry anymore, for nothing's as real as the plans that we make. Is it life? Is it God? Is it chance? Is it fate? Oh, Cecilia, so much love in your heart. What if you had the freedom to go your own way? Even then, was it truly your own? All the same, oh, Cecilia, so much love in your
Absolutely lovely. Now it makes me
thank
wish I
you.
knew. Now I wish I knew Cecilia. What a lovely
I never
name.
knew
What
her
a-
either.
I know, but what a beautiful name too. Just
Yeah,
fabulous.
In Slovene, it'd be pronounced Cecilia, but it's harder to get into a song.
Cecilia, like that.
Yeah, like that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now tell me about your guitar playing. Where did you learn to play guitar so beautifully?
Oh, thank you. So I'm kind of mostly self-taught on guitar. I had a teacher for like a few months when I was at secondary school, but I was a terrible pupil. I never practiced, and I kind of just stopped then. And then it was only a few years later that I took it back up and wanted to accompany myself and sort of started teaching myself and got interested in, I guess, like kind of more like fingerpicking technique and all of that kind of stuff. And just, I guess one of my big guitar playing inspirations is Joni Mitchell. She's what got me into like alternative tunings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of listening to people whose music I admire and, trying to do like take little bits of that, I guess.
Exactly, right? Trying to take the bits that you like and say, "Oh, I wonder what I can make of that," right?
Yeah.
Lovely, absolutely. And I can totally hear the Joni influence. Which is a huge compliment.
She's one of my heroes, so thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to play a song that is the title track from my second CD. And I wrote the song, our older daughter goes to college in Wellesley, Massachusetts, and she had taken us for a walk around this beautiful Lake Waban, which is on the campus. And I took a picture of where the trail was curved. And I posted it to my Facebook page and said, "We never know what's up around the bend." And somebody said, "Well, that sounds like a song." And so I said, "Well, you know what? Maybe it is." So this is the title track, and it's called Up Around the Bend. Well, the days move slow, yet the years fly by. And the more we think we know, the more we should ask why. Because the story never ends. What fades away is clear again. What lies behind is at the head. Around the bend, well, the seasons turn and the world is spinning round. But time, she just stands still, never makes a sound. You see, the story never ends. What fades away is clear again. What lies behind is at the each moment but a memory, waiting rediscovery. Well, the path is curved and the burdens are hard to bear. But the lessons we all learn will get us there. You see, the story never ends. What fades away is clear again. What lies behind is up ahead, around the bend. Each moment but a memory, awaiting rediscovery, up around the bend, around the bend. So wait for me around the bend.
Me too. Woo!
There she is.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, we've
Really
got
love
some.
that.
Oh, thank you very much. Look at, we've got all sorts of visitors here. You can probably see them in the comments too, Zoe.
Yeah, seeing
Click
lots of
on them,
familiar
right?
names. Hey, everyone.
Oh my goodness, there's Alan, Simone. Alan is, where are you coming from, Alan? See, Alan says good evening, so he's not coming from here.
I think from England as well.
From
yeah.
England. Oh, lovely. And my sister-in-law Simone has come, and Pam, my sister and
Yeah.
Pam, and brother-in-law Dwayne from New Jersey and from Delaware. And oh my goodness, it's so nice to see you guys all tuned in. Thank you so much for watching. So here we go. The show tonight, the stream is free, of course, but throughout the hour, I'm going to be running both my PayPal and Zoe's PayPal along the bottom of the screen. So again, it's free, and we're just really, really happy that you're here, but donations are also welcome. So thank you. What you got second for us, Zoe?
So what am I going to do second? That's a good question. I'll do a song that I'm working on recording at the moment. It's going to be one of my next singles. I wrote the song quite a few months back now, when I was watching all the political events unfold in America, and there was a lot going on. You probably know the time I mean. And I wasn't sure how things were going to turn out. I was feeling a little bit concerned, and it was all feeling a little bit dark.
As we all were.
And so I call this song started out, I didn't really know what it was about, but it kind of became about that, and I call this my apocalyptically political song.
Okay.
So yeah, it's called The Deep. Turn myself up a ton. There's a chill in the evening. There's a whisper in the air. At the gates below are opening, and it's us that built them there. So we hide in our houses, but it only buys us time while the earth around us crumbles and the bells they softly chime. Won't you please shine a light through my window? For the stars have gone to sleep. Now the devil's outside and there's nowhere to hide. And I hear my name called from the deep. He stands in the shadows, and he wears a well-pressed shirt and his shoes of shining leather press our faces in the dirt. There are countless more just like him, but one day we will be free. Till then I'll pick my battles, hope that he won't pick on me. Won't you please shine a light through my window? For the stars have gone to sleep. Now the devil's outside and there's nowhere to hide. And I hear my name called from the deep.
Divine.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, did you take lessons as a kid? Piano lessons, right? Is that where you learned music?
Yeah, I learned piano from quite an early age, probably about 6 or 7, I reckon. I had a teacher at school and did all my grades, did that kind of classically trained, so kind of the opposite to what I did on guitar. But I haven't written that many songs on piano, but I still love to play it. But you said that your mum is a classically trained pianist.
She was.
Is that right?
She was. Yeah. She's not with us anymore. But for her, from the time she was 6, the same age as about where you were, she was a classically trained pianist, and so we grew up, with classical music in our house all the time, and jazz, and. But her tastes were very eclectic, as were, so mine ended up being too. I mean, we went to see the London Symphony Orchestra and David Bowie in the same week, so our musical tastes are all over the place. Yeah, which I think is wonderful. Is your family very musical? Are your parents?
Neither of my parents play music, but they both love music. So I grew up listening to a lot. They have a massive CD collection. We would go to like folk festivals quite a bit, which is, I guess, where my love of folk music came from. Like Cambridge Folk Festival was one of the first that we ever went to, and I just remember being like amazed by it all, like walking into the festival and hearing people just playing just everywhere and like having little pop-up sessions. So yeah, I just thought it was great.
Same here. I absolutely love live music and live folk festivals. There's nothing like it at all.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever been to Folk Alliance International?
I haven't. No, I've heard lots about it, but I haven't. You were there this year, weren't you?
I was, yes. This year and last year when it was held in New
awesome.
Orleans. You should absolutely. Are you a member of Folk Alliance International?
I'm not. Maybe this is something I need to.
Oh,
look
Zoe.
into.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You absolutely should, and you would be blown away by the music that's there, because it says Folk Alliance, but the umbrella of folk is huge, and it includes blues, it includes Celtic, it includes like peak seer kind of folk, it includes singer-songwriter folk, and the caliber of musicians that attend is just, you leave there going, all right, I'm going to go home and practice a whole lot more.
That's always a good feeling.
It is. It makes you strive.
Yeah, when you feel motivated and inspired.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. Yep. So I would strongly urge you to check it out. And they held it virtually this year, but I don't know if it's going to be in person next year or not, but you would be such a welcome addition to that amazing community. So you should totally check it out.
Awesome. Thanks for the tip. I will do.
The song that I'm going to follow up with that is, I wrote it during the pandemic, and I wrote it about the time that that Zoe was just talking about in the American recent history, and it just struck me how people were treating each other, and they were treating each other not kindly, and we definitely had room for improvement. And I thought a lot about religion, and I'm not a super organized religious person, but I consider myself spiritual, and all I could think of was like the Ten Commandments, and how I wanted to just tell everybody and say, look, Moses gave you the rules. They gave you these little sets of, tenets you could live by, and what are you all doing? I'm going to smack them upside the head and say, stop being unkind. And so I wrote this song thinking about that. It's called Brimstone and Fire. And I'm going to do a little tech stuff here. So, I appreciate your patience while I am working the tech. And this is called It's Not Yet Recorded. And I'm told Elijah, my godson Elijah, is here. How you doing, Eli? Ancient land, aforetime, an infant child is rescued from the Nile. As a man, he fought for right, killed the Pharaoh's guard to save a life. Through angry skies, a holy voice did summon him atop of the Mount Sinai. 40 days and 40 nights, the laws of men he scribed on tablets to the sacred rules to spare us from the ire. Into exile they took flight. Burning bush that beckoned in the night, promised lands within their sight. The prophet led his flock to where he died. Through angry skies, a holy voice did summon him atop of the Mount Sinai. 40 days and 40 nights, the laws of men he scribed on tablets to the sacred rules to spare us from the ire, brimstone, and fire. here I stand, through sands of time. 80 generations passed in line. 10 commands still defy. Fate lies in the hands of yours and mine. Ranger skies, a holy voice did summon him atop of that mount Sinai. 40 days and 40 nights of laws of man he scribed on tablets to the sacred rules to spare us from the ire, brimstone and fire. Angry skies, a holy voice did summon him atop of the mount Sinai. 40 days and 40 nights of laws of man he scribed on tablets to the sacred rules to spare us from the ire of brimstone and fire. Brimstone and fire.
Woo! That was awesome.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun.
Has that like moody blues feel to it that I really love?
Yeah, I kind of like dark. I love that. You know, you play alternate tunings too. This is just dadgad. But
You're in dadgad, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that low D sound. You know.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
awesome.
I wanted to ask you actually who your like musical influences were.
Oh my goodness. I would probably say, I mean, in the beginning when I was younger, it was like Carole King, James Taylor, Jackson Brown. And now I'm really into Sarah Jarosz.
Oh, I love Sarah.
So do I. Gillian Welch, another one of my favorites. So those are definitely some of my big influences. Oh, and Susie Vinnick is here. I got to tell you, if you don't know her, you should look her up, Zoe. She is a fantastic musician and blues artist, so definitely check her out.
Oh, awesome. I will do.
Yeah. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. We're so excited that you're here. I've got banners running down on the bottom with our PayPals. The stream is free. We're just happy to play some music here for you live from the green room, but donations and tips are very much welcome. So what's on deck next, Zoe?
So next up, I'll play you a song, another more recent one from my debut album, and it's one that I wrote I wrote it while I had recently quit my job, and I was kind of, I guess, like grinding on the kind of music thing, busking a lot, playing gigs a lot, feeling a little bit worn out, kind of wanting to just run away from London, which is where I used to live, and I kind of ironically did. I'm now in Switzerland.
Now, what made you choose Switzerland?
Well, it was actually because my other half is doing a master's at the university here in Lugano. He's doing a master's in artificial intelligence. So that was the reason for the move.
Oh, and how do you like it there?
It's beautiful, I must say, especially during this last year when we haven't really been able to go out and like see people as much, to be surrounded by like nature and mountains and to be able to just go out for a hike on our doorstep has been just like the most amazing thing. So I'm very grateful for that.
Oh, that's
and
good.
It's a beautiful country.
So you don't feel as isolated because you have the big wide open nature to go into, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we've been trying to get out there as much as we can, just make the most of it. It's so different to being in London.
I can only imagine. And how is COVID in the area that you are? Are you in lockdown, or have things eased up a little bit?
It's not too bad. The rules here have been fairly relaxed. We've been able to see friends for most of the time, especially because just at uni, so like students are kind of allowed to meet up and do work together. But recently, all the kind of like the bars and the restaurants and the gyms and all of that kind of stuff has just opened up. So that's quite nice.
So
and people don't seem to have been going too crazy, so that's good.
Oh, good. That's good to hear. And do you have shows scheduled for coming up for the summer? Are you doing outdoor shows, indoor shows?
I've got some shows coming up. They're actually all in England though, so I'm going to be travelling back for those. That was my plan, to be like kind of half back and forth a little bit. Yeah. Obviously now travel rules permitting. But yeah, I've got a few festivals planned, a few indoor gigs as well. So just really hoping that everything can go ahead. How about you? How are things where you are? Whereabouts are you? You Massachusetts? Or
Massachusetts, yes. Cape Cod, Massachusetts in New England. And the cases are still kind of high, but everyone is starting to get vaccinated. You know, we just got our vaccination. I think tomorrow will be the 2 weeks that I've had the second vaccine. And things are opening up a little bit, you know, and there is a lot of music being planned outdoors. So I have some outdoor things planned for the summer, but I'm still not real comfortable doing indoor just yet. So
yeah, fair enough.
Hopefully that'll change. So tell us what you have coming up next.
So this is my song. It's called Smoky Sunrise, and yeah, as I was saying, it's just kind of about wanting to run away from it all and go somewhere else. And this was pre-lockdown, this feeling. So yeah, it's called Smoky Sunrise, and it goes like this. Hang on, just check I'm in tune. That's better. It's another rainy late December Saturday. I'm dreaming up some ways that I can fly away, while I'm singing carols, singing songs they want to hear. I suppose it's been a year, but it feels like a day. This big city feels a little smaller day by day. I know there's a million reasons more to stay, but don't have delusions. I've just got a wandering mind. Can't leave this place behind, or will I fade away? One more smoky sunrise tells me I'm no good at saying goodbye, 'cause I'll miss those shining lights above my head, that warm familiar feeling, knowing the road that I tread. Walking by the river, arming up, moments come. Oh, I want this for forever, but I need something else right now. There must be a way to beat this restless feeling down. Only Johnny knows how blue I'm feeling now. So I'll keep on singing those same old happy tunes. It's the same old tired news, and we've heard it before.
and the crowd goes wild. Yay! Only Joni knows. I love that line.
Little Joni reference in there, yeah.
Yes. I love it. I love it. That's fantastic.
Thank
And tell me again, how long have you been playing guitar?
I reckon about 10 years seriously. I might have started a few years before that, but as I was telling you earlier, when I first started guitar, I was a very bad guitar player and I never really practiced and I just knew about 4 chords. So I'd say about 10 years properly.
10 years properly. Well,
Yeah.
you play absolutely beautifully. So gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Thank
And
you.
you're getting lots of applause. I'm putting them up here on the screen. Yay.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thanks for all the applause.
I know. I'm going to switch direction and I'm going to play. I like to play sad songs. I write sad songs. I'm a happy person. I have lots to be thankful for, and but it's nice to get the sad out via songs. And to me, there's nothing like a good sad song. And
I agree.
and I'm part of the Rhode Island Songwriters Association, and they have a thing called Songwriters in the Round where they give us a prompt. The audience member gives you a prompt, and I'm sure you've written songs the same way. And this was written from the prompt "That'll Have to Wait." And I wrote it actually thinking about it. It's a breakup song, and I wrote it thinking about mostly the breakup of my parents. My parents divorced when I was 16 years old, and so there's a little bit of truth in the song. It's not like autobiographical or not biographical, but there is truth drawn from that experience in this song. And I'm going to do a little tech stuff here. Here we go. 1, 2, and I'll change the banner. This is off of my second CD as well, which is titled Up Around the Bend, and this is called That'll Have to Wait. Staring at your face across from me, a stranger where a lover used to be, and the words that you are saying mean my world's about to shake, so the hearing that'll have to wait. When you took away your love so suddenly, didn't give me time to cry or even breathe. The tears will soon be raining like a crossfire hurricane, but the feeling that'll have to wait. Say that God don't give us more than we can take. The pain of losing you, I just can't face. There's a heart that's used to loving, and you don't know how to bend. It just breaks. This heart may mend and learn to love again. I can't say with who or why or even when. As time goes by, the bitter fades and the goodness shall remain. But forgiving that'll have give us more than we can take. But the pain of losing you I just can't face. There's a heart that's used to loving, you know, don't know how to bend, just a grace. So forgive it. That'll have to wait. That'll have to wait. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thanks so much.
That was
Thanks
so
so
beautiful.
much. We've got Caroline Brennan's here. I'm so happy. Hi, Caroline. Nice to see you. And Joy is here. Oh, look. And I want to make sure I pronounce Tristano's here.
That's
Yeah.
my boyfriend.
Oh, well, I hope he's here.
He's also just back there in the other room.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm so glad. I'm glad. Yay.
Here you are now.
I know. It's so nice to have friends. What's the weather like there right now? It's raining. It's pouring rain here today.
Oh no, we've had a lovely sunny day today actually. It's been really nice.
Yeah,
First signs of summer coming.
I know. Isn't it going to be really, for here, I know it's going to just, we're happy to be outside most of the time coming up soon. So we're looking forward to that and saying goodbye to winter for a little while. Yay.
For sure.
What have you got next for me?
So next up, I will play another of my most recent songs. This is the one I'm calling my lockdown love song.
Your lockdown love song?
I wrote it when Tris and I got stuck in different countries. Like, he was here in Switzerland and I was stuck in the UK and wasn't allowed to travel back for a couple months.
Oh, that's a long time.
And yeah, it's like in the scheme of things, it's not too bad. But at the time, I didn't know when I'd be allowed to travel back, and it was quite a saga managing to get back to Switzerland. In the end, it took me 2 tries to go. And this song, I finished it after the first try, after coming back from Heathrow Airport, kind of just like sobbing because I'd been turned away, even though I was technically allowed to go, but the airline had mixed up their information and had denied me boarding. So I was really upset, and I wasn't expecting to come back home. And I finished the song then, it's called Sailing Boat, and it's about wanting to get back to Switzerland where my boyfriend was. And I might have to just check I'm in tune quickly. This one's in a bit of a weird tuning. Almost there. All right, ready to go now. This is Sailing Boat.
Halfway across the ocean by now, see you through the storm like a lighthouse on the shore. funny thing with distance is relativity. How small we are from space, but how you're all the world to me. How the hours pass like minutes when you hold me endlessly. How I almost feel you here, although you're miles across the sea. You're just across the sea. I wish the continents would shift. The plate tectonics slowly shift. Take me home for good. I'd walk the whole damn journey if I could. I need you more than I can show. That's the only truth I know. The funny thing with distance is relativity. How small we are from space, but how you're all the world to me. How the hours pass like minutes when you hold me endlessly. How I almost feel you here, although you're miles across the sea. If I knew how, I'd be halfway across the ocean by now. I need you more than I can show. That's the only truth I know. The funny thing with distance is relativity. How small we are from space, but how you're all the world to me. How the hours pass like minutes when you hold me endlessly. How I almost feel you here, although you're miles across the sea. Just across the sea.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
What tuning is that?
That one is in hang on, was it in C G C G A D? It's like half dadgad and half kind of open C. There's a Jose Gonzalez song that was in that tuning, which I was like absolutely loved and wanted to learn how to play. And as often happens, I discovered that tuning because of that song. Was like, oh, I can write some songs in this tuning.
Isn't it incredible how just changing the tuning can be so inspirational? You know, you fool around with it and you're like, ooh, I like this. I like this.
Yeah, that's what I always find. You write songs that you wouldn't have otherwise written, I find, when I'm in a new tuning, because they lend themselves to different sounds, different chord voicings. And yeah, no, I love it.
Absolutely. And one of the tips, a friend of mine is a professor at Berklee School of Music, and I took one of her sessions while I was at a Folk Alliance regional conference, which is NERFA for the Northeast area of the States. And one of the tricks that she said too is to take a song that you really love and reverse the chord progression. and see what happens.
Ah.
And I did that with a song. There was a Laurie McKenna song that I loved in Dadgad, and I reversed the chords, and out came Up Around the Bend. So
Oh wow!
I know it was a good little tip.
Not Humble and Kind by any chance.
No,
No,
which is one
because
of my
I know that's one by her that's in Dagad, but
yes, it is. No, it was. Oh, come on! It's one of my favorite songs, and now I can't think of it right now. Make Every Word Hurt,
oh, okay, I don't know that one.
which is also in Dadgad. So, yes, but I'm a huge Laura McKenna fan. Huge Laura McKenna. But the song I'm going to play for you now, and it's funny because I love doing this song swap or in the round, or some people call it round robin, because I'll come up with a set list, and that oftentimes goes out the window because when you play something, I'm like, oh, I'm going to play this instead of what I thought I was going to play. So I'm going to attempt to play this song right now. It's from my first CD, and I lost my mom to breast cancer in 2005 on this day. And not long after she passed away, I had a dream that, well, back it up a little bit, we had often talked about what we feel happens after this life. We had a lot of conversations about that, and we agreed if there was any way to get in touch, we would do that. And so about 2 weeks after she passed away, I dreamt that she called me on the telephone. And I wrote this song about that. And it's called The Call. And oops, I always do this, Zoe, the wrong way. I do.
We're going to just spotlight on me crying now.
All right, and I'm going to go here and the banners below. And like I said, I'm going to try to make it through this one because I love this song. I started to call you just to say hello, see how you're doing, and tell you about my day. So many times I've had my hand on the phone to dial your number, only to recall it's been 12 years since I had to say goodbye, but they say life's energy takes a new form. I wish I could place a call to heaven, would anyone there receive my call? I just want to leave this message in heaven. I love you. Thanks for being my mom. And I had a dream that I picked up the phone, your voice so clear when you said hello. Cried inside the dream before I awoke, my tears remembering that you were gone. Can you hear me singing? Can you see all that I've done? Did you bring your memories along?
Wish I could place a call to heaven. Would anyone there receive my call? I just want to leave this message in heaven. I love you. Thanks for being my mom. Once in a while I'll check the telephone. I'm waiting for your call.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
You have such a way of just pinpointing the emotion through the words and through the music. I remember when we both did the Cambridge virtual gig, and I was on after you. I think I was straight after you because you finished your last song, and it was another beautiful song. It wasn't this one, but it was also a sad song. And I remember I was just like welling up. I was like, oh God, I have to play next. So you've got a real gift for that with conveying those emotions. It's really beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and thanks for the applause through here. It's nice to see everyone still here. Thank you guys. And we have time for 2 more, I want to say. Are you good for 2 more?
Yeah.
Yes, it's not too late for you. I don't know if you have neighbors I don't know if you have to be careful, but if you have time for 2 more, we'd love to hear.
I think we should be good, yeah.
Okay.
We haven't had any complaints yet.
Okay, good. Yay, I'm so happy because I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a blast. I can listen to Zoe all night long.
Right back at you.
So what's next?
I thought I'd play an older song next. This is one from the second EP that I put out. And the kind of theme of this EP was I was taking older traditional songs and kind of taking their stories and reworking them a little bit. And this one I took...
I'm very excited. I'm just sitting here going, oh, lovely, I can't wait.
And this one was based on an old traditional song called Oh No John. It's one of those classic folk songs about where a young woman's kind of being harassed by this man who won't leave her alone and won't take no for an answer, as a lot of these old folk songs are. She's just going on her way somewhere and he's sort of pestering her. And so I kind of wrote this song from the woman's point of view, and it becomes a little less cheery.
Okay.
But it's called If I Had a Voice.
I have no time for a well-thought-out reply. It's like trying to swim against the tide. I am one thing by my side and bad will cry, and working 2 jobs on the side. But if I had the time, time that I'd give you a piece of my mind. I only had 2 words to call my own, given to me by my old man. Oh, but you take them and you twist them like old bones. Well, you do the best you can. But if I had the time, and if I had the chance to say, and if I had a choice, well, I'd give you a piece of my mind, and I'd ask you to leave. Would you choose what you want to believe? I've been written out of my own song, put back in a box where you think that I belong. Don't you think you're clever fooling me? But if I had the choice, and if I had the chance to say, and if I had a voice, well, I'd give you a piece of my mind. Well, I'd give you a piece of my mind. Well, I'd give you a piece of my mind, and I'd ask you to leave. But you choose what you want to believe.
Yay. Where was I hearing that bass note?
I've got a Boss super octave pedal, so it's when I put it on, it doubles the bass note like an octave lower. So it kind of gives the illusion that I'm playing with a bassist.
But it
Albeit a
sounds-
bassist who only plays the root note.
But it sounded amazing, and I was trying to watch your fingers. I'm like, but she's not playing that bass, you know? But it
Yeah, I
doesn't
love
sound like a pedal. It sounds like
It's a cool little pedal. I got it a couple years ago and loved gigging with it for a bit, and obviously now I haven't been able to. But yeah, it's good fun when you're playing solo and want a bit more sound.
You're going to have to send me a link to.
Oh, yeah,
that.
sure.
Would you please?
I will do.
Because
Yeah, of
that
course.
was just really fabulous. But what a great song, and
Oh,
a very
thank you.
kind of, isn't it funny that the that theme doesn't really lose its relevance, does it? You know. And again, I was going to play something different, but now I'm going to play another song that was. It's not. It's in the same kind of vein, but it was written also from a prompt, and the prompt that I got was dragons. And when I got the email, "Dear Kim, your prompt is dragons," and I was like, "What the heck? What am I going to write about? This much you could write about, right? I don't even know how to narrow that down." So I kind of went to the all-knowing Google and typed in dragons, and one of the things that came up was that years ago, cartographers would use the phrase "here be dragons" to denote areas that were considered dangerous or unexplored. And the character in the song actually, like this is going to sound like, I don't know if you watch Friends there, but it's going to sound very Phoebe Buffay-like, you know.
Nice.
But the character, I literally saw her and could feel like that she was like portraying despair. And so in the song, she's standing at a crossroads and she has a choice to make. And she knows that neither choice is going to bring her happiness, but only one is going to bring her peace of mind. And this song is called "Here Be Dragons." So we're going to go like this, and like this, and like that. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I am just absolutely thrilled that Zoe is here and sharing her songs her beautiful songs with us and her gorgeous voice. This show is free but feel free to leave a tip if you are so inclined. My PayPal is down below, and Zoe's PayPal has been running while she's playing. And I always like to say, if you stream music, which we all do, consider stopping by your favorite artist's website and just leaving a donation on their website as if you were buying a CD or a piece of merchandise, because really when you're streaming, you are. So feel free to just go and leave a little bit of cash if you like to stream a particular artist. This is called Here Be Dragons. Blood red on her lips, perfume in her hair. Oops, there we go. Tonight she'll be a sinner or an angel in despair. Staring in the rearview, deciding where to turn. Well, if you play with fire, surely will be burned. Here be dragons. Here be dragons. Well, she always does the right thing, and she always keeps her word. But this loneliness and heartbreak cause the lines to be blurred. His eyes call from the border at the point of no return, sparking that old fire she welcomes in the burn. Here be dragons. Here be dragons. You see, the story that she's weaving ain't enough to make believe that her soul won't bear the cost of a chest forever lost. She unlocks the back door, heads on up to bed. But she still can't help but wonder where desire might have led. Knowing that forbidden fruit won't satisfy the yearn, yet the taste of sweet temptation lingers and it burns. Here be dragons. Here be dragons. Beware the dragons. Slay the dragon.
Love that.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
That's got to be the first folk song with dragons in it that I've heard.
Yes, Stefan just said the same thing. A song with dragons in it. There we go. Oh goodness. So one more. Where are we gonna go next? And tell me again how many CDs you have, where people can buy them.
Sure, so I have a couple of EPs and a relatively new debut album that I put out at the end of last year called Reckless River. And you can find all of those from my website, which is zoewren.com, and that has links to all of the Bandcamp, the streaming, and all of that stuff. And what about you, Kim? Okay, So this song is also from my new album, and it is, you were saying earlier about that you were inspired by Sarah Jarosz, and I thought I'd play this one because this one was quite inspired by some of her like guitar-y stuff in some of her songs, and it's a kind of general song about someone, she's sort of on a journey, people, and there's the chorus, which is kind of like people kind of trying to hold this person back. It's quite general. It's not really like biographical or anything. It's just one of those songs that I sang the melody and these lyrics just sort of happened organically.
Does that happen very often to you?
It does happen. Not super often, but every now and then I have songs where the direction that the song goes in comes just from like I'm strumming the chords and singing the melody, and I start singing words, and I'm like, I don't know what these mean necessarily, but yeah.
Fantastic. You've got your publicist here. That's awesome.
This is one of the commands from my Twitch stream. I don't know if you know the platform Twitch, but lots of people here are from Twitch. And we have some of these commands, so just put them in there. So thanks for doing that.
Oh, sure. All right, I'm looking forward to this.
All right, so this is called Come Home.
Well, she took her coat and took her hat. It's a lonesome journey. She kept on walking and she didn't look back. Down a lonely road, through the doubt and slamming doors, all through the wind and rain. Though she'd left them miles behind, she could hear the voices say, won't you come home? Won't you come home? Seems greener on the other side, but the trees are bare and the river's dry. There were long hard days and longer nights. It's a lonesome journey, out of reach but still in sight. Down a lonely road, through the doubt and slamming doors, all through the wind and rain. Though she'd left them miles behind, she could hear the voices say, won't you come home? Won't you come home? The grass seems greener on the other side, and the trees are bare and the river's dry. She could hear the voices say, won't you come home? Won't you come home? The grass seems greener on the other side, but the trees are bare and the rivers. Won't you come home? Won't you come home? The grass seems greener on the other side, but the trees are bare and the river's dry.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic. That is so good. Sarah Jarosz, she should be inspired by you. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Now tell me again, you said that is on a CD, or it's going to be on a CD?
Yeah, that one's on my album, my debut album. That and quite a few of the other songs I played as well are.
Fantastic. And is it vinyl? Is it CD? Is it digital?
It's a CD and it's digital. Sadly, not vinyl. I'd love to do that one day.
I
But yeah,
know.
it's available. CD, download, streaming, all of that.
Oh,
And you didn't say where your CDs and where your music is available.
Oh, my website as well, kimmobergmusic.com. And same thing, you know, that's links to Bandcamp and also just any place that you purchase music, really. Apple Music, and any place that you purchase music, you can find my music. I have 2 CDs, and hopefully starting to record the 3rd one this summer. So fingers crossed.
Exciting.
It is exciting. Have you written a lot during the pandemic? Were you inspired to write?
I've had little periods of bursts of activity, and then I've had like months of nothing, and then another burst of activity. It's been very strange. I don't know how you found it.
Exactly the same. And I'll sit down to try to write, and sometimes it's very frustrating because, like, I don't know how you start. Tell me what your songwriting process is.
Usually I get a random idea pops into my head at some random point in time. It's not normally when I sit down to try and write a song. And from there, it's chords and melody first, and with an idea of lyrics, then I come back, I do the lyrics later. I'd say I'm more of a musician than a lyricist, if that makes sense.
It makes all the sense.
Some people write like poems first and then put them to music, but for me, it's the other way around. So it sounds like it's the same sort of thing with you then, yeah.
Everything comes through the guitar first. I like to say it's kind of like a Ouija board. You know, something happens there first, and then I put a melody over it, and I hum it aloud and sing it over and over and over again, and then words will start to form. And then once I get like a line or 2, whether it's a verse or a chorus or even the bridge, then that tells me what the song's going to be about, and then I have to dig in and start researching and say, oh, really, what is this? There's only really been one song, I think, that just came out, like what you were talking about earlier. Yeah, one song that came out like that, and all the rest, I have to really work hard at the lyrics. They don't come easy. But,
same here.
The last one I'm going to play is one such song like that, and I'm going to play, and then we're going to bring you back and say goodbye and let everybody see our websites and everything again, okay? But this song, the guitar part was, and that came first, and that came before everything. And then I had the guitar part, and then I put the melody over it, and then I knew it was, I'm Native American, part Native American from, I was born in Juneau, Alaska, of the Tlingit tribe, and I felt like this was going to be something about Native American. I didn't know what. And so I started researching, and I found this really cool prophecy that's been passed down in the Anishinaabe tribe, which is a tribe located in the northeast of the USA, and it's called the 7 Fire Prophecies. And each fire is a period in time of humanity here on the northern continent, on the North American continent, which Native Americans often refer to as Turtle Island or Turtle Isle. And this prophecy, I was just fascinated by it because supposedly we are in the 7th fire prophecy now, and a lot of what was prophesied has come to pass. So it puts great importance on where we are now, which is a very important lesson and very important choices as humanity. We can either choose to continue on the path that we are now of kind of greed and not taking care of each other or our earth, our home, or we can go back to native ways and take better care and learn that we are truly all connected. And so I thought it was just a very important prophecy to kind of pass along, because if I didn't know about it, then there's, a good chance a lot of other people didn't know about it either. So it's not yet recorded, and hopefully it will be soon, and it's called The 7th Fire. Traveled across the land west on Turtle Isle. They traveled across a land sparked by the first fire. Look for the sacred shells as prophets did foretell, stopping at the site where food on the water fell. And the fire still burns. Yes, the fire still burns. Shadow dark and long loomed across this fertile land. Shadow dark and long waved its venal hand. All that was known lay in ashes of betrayal, pieces of their promises littered on the trail. And the fire still burns. Yes, the fire still burns. And the sun will rise, and the wind will cry, and the sea will heal our tears. See the eagle soar, hear the drumming roar, all gather and see the circle. Seventh flame is nigh, heed what has been lost. The seventh flame is nigh, pay attention to the cost. Awaken the wisdom as bitter rivers flow. Choose the path to unify, return to what is known. And the fire still burns. Yes, the fire still burns. And the sun will rise, and the wind will cry, and the sea will heal our tears.
Yeah, that was brilliant. My foot was tapping along to that one.
Good. Yay. All right. Oh, the dual capo action. Yes, that is a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I was gonna ask you what tuning were you creating with that? Or
It's almost like a dropped tuning, but not quite. But it's kind of, it's a lot of fun to do it this way because it gives that fuller bass sound, which obviously I love because, you know, I was asking you about your pedal. But it's regular standard tuning, but it just, well, you know, if the first time I saw somebody do it, they put the capo with only 5 strings on the 2nd fret, so, and played it in a D fingering.
So it's
that you
like
can sound
drop D basically, but
Yeah.
but with the capo.
but
That's
without
very cool.
having to, yeah,
So you don't have to fiddle with the tuning pegs. I like that.
right, and it
Nifty
works
trick.
two frets apart all the way up the neck. So yeah, it's pretty fun. And I thought it was really cool the first time I saw it, and then I realized, I'm like, oh, what a great discovery. And then then after that, it turns out I saw lots of people do it. I just didn't notice it until I did it. But once again, Zoe, I cannot thank you enough for agreeing to come and play today. It was just such a treat for me to hear your music, and I'm sure a treat for everybody. And we're going to run your paypal.me/Zoë Wren, or www.zoewren.com. And I am, here we go, paypal.me Kim Moberg Music, and my website is kimmobergmusic.com. You ever come stateside, please come visit. We would love to
Thank you.
have you.
I would love to. One day I will 100% try and get out there.
That'd
But
be
thank you
great.
so much. Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun, and I loved hearing all your beautiful songs. So thank you for sharing those.
I'm looking forward to purchasing your music as well. So yay. Thank you again. And I know it's very late, so I really appreciate your time. And all you guys who tuned in, thank you so much. We were absolutely thrilled that you're here. And we can't wait to start. Yes, we can't wait to start playing in person for you all. So have a delightful evening. And anything else you want to add, Zoe?
Just, big thank you for being here, everyone. It's just been so much fun. Thank you.
All right, guys. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.